Hey YouTube, it's been about 7 months since I've made a video, and I wanted to update you all on my condition and my progress on getting healthy, and provide some information that will hopefully help some of you. So uh, in my last video, I still thought that I might have multiple sclerosis based on my symptoms. I have since found out, based on a mycotoxin test from my leaky gut doctor, that I have mold toxicity, and that was the cause of all my symptoms: food intolerance, allergies, tingling hands, blurry vision, poor memory, um, lack of ability to concentrate and learn. All of that was due to mold toxicity. So the place that I was living previously, um, I'm 100% convinced that it had water damage, and that was the cause of my condition, or a huge contributor. So I moved. I moved in January to a different place. I picked a place that didn't have any odd smell, and my health has improved drastically. Um, I the only time I get tingling in my hands is if I eat foods with nitrates at this point. Um, so I haven't taken my mycotoxin test yet to see how much I've progressed, but basically my health problems are about 90% gone at this point. My gut clean protocol was a huge turning point. I detoxed my body quite a bit, got rid of a lot of the mold that was apparently in my intestines at that time. And my memory and my concentration and and my tingling of hands improved drastically from that protocol. If you're having the same problems, you might want to check out that video, see what I took, what the schedule was. It wasn't cheap, and it was difficult, but it was well worth the effort for me. If you're having the problems that I was having, and it was drastically impacting your life, then it's worthwhile. So I've talked to a lot of people in the Seattle area where I live, and I feel like the problems that I'm experiencing are very common, and to some level, maybe not to the extent that I had it, but pretty much everybody I talk to has some kind of allergy problems and sinus problems that are fairly severe and fairly life-altering. So I think it's a combination of the mold here. It's just constantly damp outside. I mean, it's June now, and we have rain in the forecast every single day for the next 7 days. It doesn't get super cold, so it doesn't kill off the mold in the wintertime, and it hardly dries out. We get maybe 2 to 3 months of conditions that are actually you would consider dry, where the dirt isn't wet after you dig your finger into it. So at any rate, I think health-wise, it's probably best that I leave here at some point. Right now, I'm in the aerospace industry, so I have a job now. It's good to stick with that, but perhaps down the road I might look at moving. But for right now, supplementing vitamin D, sticking with a pretty clean diet of mostly Wahls protocol, mostly vegetables and meat and fruits, the main basis of my diet, and then a little bit of rice to sustain me and keep me from losing weight. Has been treating me well, and and then keeping my home at a humidity of 50% or less, and basically I do that by keeping the windows shut when it's humid outside, and when it's cold, to run the heater. Basically, never let it get cold inside my place, even though I'm not here all the time. Running the heater will dehumidify your living space, and that's critical to keeping the mold down. And in this place, it doesn't seem that it ever had any roof leaks, which is not the case in my last place that I lived. So, at any rate, that's been my experience and my update. I feel like I've really turned a corner, and I think I can sustainably live here. I do a nasal lavage every day, a neti pot type of thing, and that keeps my sinuses from getting all messed up, which has never been a problem in my life until the last couple of years living here, but it's definitely a problem now. I'm quite convinced that if I moved into a drier climate that it would not be a problem anymore, but it's what I got to do to sustain myself here. So yeah, if you find any of this information useful, or you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And best of health to you, and I'll talk to you later.